Hello beautiful people, happy new year guys. Yes, this is my first video of the year 2021. So yeah, hope you guys had a great Christmas and new year. Hope you enjoyed my vlogmas. Yes, and yeah, so guys, today I'm going to do something different. I know I always say that, but being that this is my first video of the year, we're just going to talk about like goals, positivity basically. So we'll reflect. Now it's time to reflect on the past year, and then set some goals on what you would like to achieve this year. Sometimes when you hear goals, I wonder what comes in your head. Some people think new year resolution and setting a goal is the same. It's two different things altogether. And by the way guys, while we're at it, talking about resolutions, I don't believe in setting resolutions. Why? Because I've done it so many years and I end up breaking it because I just feel pressured. That's the thing. That's the thing with resolution. It becomes like, I feel pressured, like I have to. So because of that, when I feel pressured about something, I just give in easily in most cases, So yeah. But now let's talk about goals, guys. When you talk about goals, we're talking about realistic goals. Because some people can be very unrealistic with their goals. Sometimes you cannot say, so by the way, this year I'm going to go on blah 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 blah, and it's not possible. Or sometimes with finances, it could be anything. But when I say realistic, let's talk of realistic goals. Anyway, I've watched some videos similar to this one, just to have an idea of how it works, because I've never done this before. And I see that most of them actually like just read it out, like with the voiceover and stuff. But I don't really do voiceovers. So I've got my planner here. By the way guys, if you don't have a planner, get yourself, this is my planner. There are different types of planner. So if you don't have a planner, 2021, get yourself a planner. It makes it easier for you to organize things and to plan your events and just write things down basically. So guys, it's all about reflecting on the past year to make a solid plan for a successful and happy new year. Take a moment to reflect on the past year to know where you currently are in life. Yes, then you decide if you're happy in your current state or situation, or if you want to do better or change anything basically. So reflecting on the past year, you think of things like, what were your highlights? What were the highlights of 2020 for you? And while I'm saying this, I'm going to tell you mine as well. So for me, 2020, the highlight for me in 2020 was moving from Africa completely. Yeah, it was very difficult for me, but it was also a highlight for me. Coming here, starting a new life with my family, my new family, my husband, my in-laws here, they're my new family, So I came here end of Feb, no, actually 3rd March 2020, and that was when the COVID situation really started, So I think the COVID lockdown started like 3 days or so after I arrived. We talk of low lights now. So the low lights for me obviously is the whole COVID situation, because we practically spent 2020 indoors. I'm sure 100% everybody can relate to this. I know in some countries it's not as bad and stuff, but still, even in Africa, for example, like in Nigeria, there was a time they still had a lockdown, so people were forced to stay at home. So yeah, for me that is definitely the low lights. But yeah, but I mean, I think it helped me and my husband also, like my marriage, because we're practically together. It's just me and Fabio, and we're indoors, we're together 247. So it's not easy. By the way, any couple that made it through this 2020, trust me, that's the biggest test of time. You will make it through whatever. I learned a lot of lessons in 2020. And I wrote them down, but I'm going to go through that at the end of this video. You need to define who you are. Knowing who you are as a person helps you set goals that lead to your definition of success. Yes, guys, that is very important. So when you're setting goals, please, like I'm repeating it again, set realistic goals that are attainable. That is very important, or else you will fail after probably a month or two, So there you go. I mean, at the end of the day, while there's nothing wrong with shooting for the stars or having faith, as we call it, I mean, it's only fair that we're being realistic. It's important to investigate whether that goal is really applicable to you or your lifestyle. There's something you call the pull and push goal, you know, and the push goal is just doing something because maybe other people think it's what's best for you, or you're doing it because other people are doing it, you know. Do something. The pull goal is just doing what you really want to do, what you're passionate about, you know. So yeah, that's really important. If you don't have the time, money, or experience to achieve something, you'll be setting yourself up to a fail, and most certainly be miserable after that, which is true. You know, at the end of the day, you start to feel like a failure. But it's not that you're a failure, it's just that you were setting an unrealistic goal. The third one is let go of things. This is very, very important because this helped me a lot, you know, because I tend to hold on to things a lot. And I mean, when I talk of things, I talk of physically, emotionally. You know, when you talk of physically, first of all, I'm like a hoarder. I tend to hold on to things emotionally as well, which is actually not good. So yeah, take time to declutter. Like I said, declutter physically and emotionally. Get rid of anything that you do not use. Get rid of things that no longer serve you, because sometimes letting go is easier to move on and move forward by letting go. When you hold on to things, it stops you from moving forward, I would say. And this is now, I'm talking of like mentally, emotionally right now, you know. Let things go emotionally. Let go of resentment. That's very important because we hold on to that a lot. I used to be like that, but now I can't be bothered, to be honest. Life is too precious and too short to hold on to resentment, you know. So let go of resentment. Let go of self-hate. Okay, this self-hate, I'm just going to drop this and let's talk about self-hate, because a lot of us have that problem, you know, where you just don't like yourself, or you hate yourself, or you feel you're not good enough, or you're not pretty enough, or, you know, I'm sure we all can relate to that. Trust me. I don't think there's anybody that's 100% sure, like, I'm the ish 100% in everything. Nobody is perfect. That's the word, you know. So in order to start loving yourself, you have to let go of self-hate, you know. So let go of self-hate, self-sabotage. I'll tell you what, I am the queen of self-sabotage. I think I'm better now, but I used to self-sabotage a lot, you know. So I mean, sometimes you do it unconsciously, while sometimes you do it because you're used to it, because it boils down to like the self-confidence, self-hate, everything. Because sometimes when something good comes to you, it starts to look like you start asking yourself questions like, no, it's not true, or I don't deserve it, or, you know, all that. So the next thing I do in this situation is to self-sabotage, because it's just too good to be true. So guys, 2021, self-hate and self-sabotage, get it out of the way. And regrets that weigh you down, that's very important. I'm sure we've all done something that we regret, obviously. So yeah, just try to let go of that. I mean, and while you let go of that, take whatever lesson you've learned from it, but let the pain and emotions go. Voila, that's very important. By doing this, you can start the new year refreshed with a positive mindset, which is the plan for 2021. Okay, and now I'm just going to give you a list of things you can do, because I don't want this video to be too long. So a list of things you can do to help you in achieving your goals you want to set. Create a vision board, guys. Okay, I won't lie to you, I've never had a vision board. This is the first year that I'm planning to do that. I've actually started gathering the things for my vision board, because I mean, I've seen a lot of videos with that and I think it's really cute. But I think what's difficult for me right now is the fact that we're still on lockdown, so I cannot get some of the things I need for my vision board right now physically, but hopefully, and the shop should open next week. So I plan to create a vision board, which is very pretty. I'm not very artistic, but whatever. That's the thing, try new things, right? So new year, try new things. I'm sure 2020 should have taught us a lot, you know. So yeah, rather late than never, I guess. Do something out of your comfort zone. Yes, I've been telling myself that, because if you know me very well, I'm a scaredy cat. I'm scared to do so many things. I just have fear. I live with fear of plenty things, which is actually not good, because the fear of fear is fear itself. Fear stops you from doing a lot of things, you know, and life is too short to just sit down and regret one day, you know, like. So challenge yourself, guys. Do not let fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams, which is what I just said. Make a bucket list. I've always had a bucket list in my mind, but I've never really written it down per se. But this is something I'm doing now. Trust me, guys, let me tell you something that this is me challenging myself. I want to challenge myself to something crazy that you'll never believe it. I still don't believe that I'm thinking about it, because if you know me very well, you know that I am so scared of flying. Like, it's my biggest fear in life. Is my biggest phobia is going on a plane. I hate it. But guess what? I am planning to skydive in future, so that is definitely on my bucket list. I don't know why, I don't know where that is coming from, but I want to do it. Skydive. And also, you know, the bungee jumping. Is it bungee jumping? Yeah, if I'm not pronouncing it well, sorry, but yeah, I would like to do that as well, you know. So yeah, that's on my bucket list. There you go. Create a bucket list. If you don't know what a bucket list is, it's something that you want to do before you die. Basically, all the things you list, things that you love to do before you die. So many people tick ding 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 ding, you know. So that helps. I mean, at the end of the day, some people don't end up achieving the whole thing, but at least, I mean, write it down, you know, for motivation. You know, it might help you. So there you go. So guys, this brings me down to things that 2020 taught me. We all know that 2020 is a year like never before. I have never seen such thing in my life before, or such year in my life before. But you know what, if we're being honest, it wasn't so bad for everybody. You know, yes, it was a bad year because you know, the COVID situation, which we're still dealing with now, but last year was even worse, you know. So yeah, I guess we learned a lot, you know. And we're, like, in my case, you know, me and Fabio are in Milan, so it's just me and him here. We're far away from his family. My family members are in Africa and the UK, but Fabio's family are in Italy here. But then it's still difficult with the lockdown to move anywhere. We can't even leave our city. And yeah, we're supposed to go for Christmas, but unfortunately we couldn't do that as well because of the situation and the restrictions. So yeah, so 2020 should have taught us to appreciate the little things in life. Little things like even just going out or seeing a friend, or you know, those little things we used to take for granted. So guys, here is what 2020 taught me: to enjoy nature more, which is what I'm talking about. You know, like these days I crave, seriously, to just go out, take a long walk, like an hour or two, you know, just see people. I mean, sometimes you see, when they lift the restriction in Italy, we get all excited because we just want to have some kind of human contact. You know, it's not like we're, you know, rubbing against each other or anything, but just to see, to feel alive, basically is what I'm talking about, you know. So yeah, enjoy nature more. I never used to be an outdoorsy person, but now I'm dying to be. I want to do so much. I want to go camping. I want to go traveling. I want to do so much. Life is too short to take anything for granted, you know. So enjoy it while you are still alive, because life is for the living. So there you go. And 2020 taught me also to value the sense of touch. Yes. And when I talk of touch, I talk of things like hugs, you know, like also in Italy and some other, not just Italy, even with our friends, you know, you hug your friends, you peck, you know, all that. You can't do that now. Even a handshake, something as small as a handshake, is forbidden now because we're scared of COVID. So yeah, so I miss all that. I miss giving hugs and receiving hugs for sure. Yes. So that is value the sense of touch. So I value it now more. Another thing I learned is to be myself. Oh yeah, be yourself more. Be yourself. Be unapologetic. Okay, back in the days, I used to be very apologetic, or should I say, you know, I worry a lot about what people say, and it stops me or holds me back from doing things I want to do or be my true self, my authentic self, you know. But guys, you see, I'm 37. That's why I say to myself, Michelle, live your life. Rather late than never. Don't think of what people will say or who you will offend. No, as long as you're not hurting anyone, do what makes you happy and be unapologetic. At the end of the day, the world will adapt when you're being your true self. That is the fact. And that's one thing I've learned now. So this is me. This is who I am. And this year I've decided to do more crazy things and do it because I'm naturally crazy anyway. You know, just do me. If you don't like it, fine, tough luck. But it's my life, you know. So there you go, guys. Take a leap of faith. Don't waste your life waiting for the right time. That's very important because sometimes we plan too much also. It's just like me talking of our goal or blah 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 blah. You know, sometimes just go for it. You don't have to wait. If you have the opportunity, just go. You don't have to, oh okay, no, but it's also time, you know, plan. But be spontaneous. That's, I should have written that down. Yeah. Be spontaneous, you know, just be open-minded, you know. I mean, if you have the chance to do something you really want to do, if you know you can do it now at this moment, then go for it. There's no need wasting time, you know. At the end of the day, nobody knows tomorrow. Okay, now this brings me down to 2020. Let me give you an example. I'm sure we all had goals and blah 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 blah, all the things we wanted to do in 2020. But sometimes we make plans, but then nature has its own plans. God has his own plans, you get. So yeah, you never know. So just live and let live. Okay, 2020 also taught me how to find happiness in the little things. That's very important. Happiness in the little things. Let me give you an example. I like to give an example of everything I talk about, or at least almost everything I talk about. For example, me and Fabio had to spend Christmas alone in Milan, which wasn't the original plan, you know. So we were both really sad, especially my husband. My husband was really heartbroken because he hasn't like spent time with his friends in a very long time. Last Christmas we spent the Christmas before in Angola, and then when we were back in his hometown few months ago, you know, because of the COVID and everything, he couldn't really see his friends, you know, and spend time with his friends. He was really broken and all, but at the end of the day, I still decided to make it fun for us because I believe if life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I always say that as well, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, 2020 was a crappy year, but we still have to thank God because we are among the living. That is enough testimony. We are living, or we've lived to testify the goodness of the Lord. It doesn't mean that the people that died, God loves them less. No, that's not true. It's just very unfortunate that they passed away, happened to them. It could have been any of us. So we always have to be thankful and, yeah, give gratitude, give thanks to God, you know. Yeah, we're happy to be among the living. So, like I said, 2020 did not take us like it did some other people, you know. So, yeah, there you go. Another thing I've learned is self-care. Repeat after me. Self-care is a priority, not a privilege. Your, oh my God. Take care of yourself because all you have is you. Be it your health, you know, if you have to change some habits, change some habits. I changed some habits 2020. I'm not going to mention it, but there's something I've been struggling with for so many years and I've been going on and off it, but I thank God I'm off it now. I believe completely now, you know. So yeah, that's a habit, and I decided to replace that habit with another habit, which is trying to work out, you know, trying to be more fit. I mean, I don't work out every day, or I'm not a fitness freak. I wish I was, but I mean, you can change one bad habit for a good habit, you know, and which is what I did, you know. And it's still a learning process for me. It's still something I'm not completely used to. It's something I struggle with, but still, I mean, I'm happy with where I am today. So there you go, guys. Change your habit if you have to. And the next one is spare no one. Yes, guys, spare no one. Protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your space. So don't let anyone see. There's something I realize is the way you treat yourself is the way people will treat you. So if you treat yourself, if you put yourself down this way, people will put you down. But if you put yourself up there, people will carry you the same way you carry yourself. It's just like with other people. For example, now the same, let's say the way my husband carries me. If my husband treats me like shit in front of people, of course people will treat me like shit also. But if he treats me like a queen, those people will be forced to treat me like a queen. So it applies to you also. It's important that you treat yourself very well. Take care of you because you are all you have. Yes. It is you first before anybody. When you die alone. There you go. So, so protect your energy. Only you know what's best for you. Trust yourself. There you go. Only you know what's best for you. Trust yourself. And that is very true because sometimes some people feel they know what's best for you. Be it family, friends, you know. At the end of the day, you know what's best for you. If you're not happy about something, do something about it. Don't just sit there because someone asked you to sit there. No. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts. So make yourself your number one priority. That is the point. Okay, see, I even wrote this here now. So guys, this is very important. Take this as an advice, especially people that are bullies and insensitive people. I mean, everyone is going through a battle you do not know about, or a battle we do not know about. So be kind, be sensitive towards others. Don't just open your mouth and be, you know what I mean. So please be kind to yourself, be kind to other people. You know, it takes nothing to be kind. There you go. And okay, don't take anything for granted. Be grateful for what you have already. That's very important. Gratitude is very important. Be grateful for what you have already, because what you have now and what you are crying for and what's not enough for you is someone else's prayer points. So be grateful. Always be grateful for what you have, for the little you have, and yeah, for what God has given you basically. So guys, yeah, I'm just gonna end this with protect your hearts, protect your energy, sanity and space. Your energy, your sanity and your space, that is very vital, so make it a priority. So guys, I could go on and on and on and on. I wanted to keep writing, but I was like, see, this video is already long, so yeah, I'm just gonna end this here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. You know, I didn't just want to jump on to make like a normal video as my first video for 2020. I wanted to do something that will inspire or impact, or you know, something positive, talk about positivity and all that, you know. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, so I wish you all a beautiful 2021. Hopefully this year is going to be better than next year, because to be honest, it couldn't get any it cannot get any worse, can it? So yeah, yeah, always be good, be kind. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the subscribe button, like and comment, and I shall see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.